This massive stack of storage awesomeness is from Klein, and this is the ModBox storage system. We're gonna unbox all this, and I'm gonna give you my first impressions on what I think about this new system. Welcome to the Outlaw Effect. Now, if you want to check out any of these boxes for yourself, I'll put a link in the description and the pinned comment. All of these boxes were provided by my friends over at Acme Tools, and no money changed hands, and I'm not keeping any of these boxes. More details on that later. Kind of like a kid at Christmas, I'm going after the big one first. Ooh, extra. Oh. I don't know. I get excited about tools. This orange is sharp. Oh, the handles. Oh, now those are well made. That's solid tubing, metal tubing. I was actually expecting plastic, so this is a good surprise. That's very well made. Locked. Look. Huh. All right, for the rolling toolbox, pretty cool. This thing has this arm here that allows you to transport around the job site or the shop. And what I like is it was super easy. Like, I didn't even have to read directions. All you gotta do is pull these tabs back on each side, and then you just insert the handles from the top. Then lock them back in. That's cool. That's a good looking box. Parts bin rail attachment. Oh, tool carrier rail attachment. Drink carrier, obviously. Cord wrap, and a magnetic strip. That's all right. It says do not step. Challenge accepted. Now I like that. I like that there's a little carrier right inside this box. This lid is really well made. So far, I'm impressed with the quality of these boxes. Oh, little part sorter. That's all right. So far, so good. Oh, the tote. I honestly didn't know what all I was getting. I just told him I'd like to check out some of these boxes. So a lot of this is a surprise to me. I thought I would get the 3-tiered rolling box, but I wasn't sure I would get this. This would be handy in the workshop. Now I know this is meant for the job site, but just having this with all of your tools, you know, your impacts, your drill, a few driver bits, and a few odds and ends like your squares and stuff, just kind of having it on the workbench with you, I can see that being very useful. This is well made. I didn't know they had a zipper pouch on there. Surprise! One of y'all gonna be lucky to get all this stuff. God, it's all right. I have no idea what this is. Let's dump it out and find out. What is that? It's like a cooler. It's a cooler. How cool is the cooler? Before we assemble these like Voltron.
A Voltron, defender of the universe.
You remember that cartoon? It was awesome. Hey, before we assemble these, I want to go over the features of each one of these boxes so you get an understanding of, if you're looking at this, what you're getting. Now I can tell you right off the bat, straight first impression out of the box, these are equally as good as the Milwaukee Packout. And that's saying something because I really like my Milwaukee Packouts, but I may like these better just for a couple of reasons, and I'll tell you what those are. First and foremost, all the hinges on these things are heavy duty, so you're not going to have to worry about that. You can see under the lid how well made these are. There's a lot of structure under there to keep these from getting damaged or collapsing on you if anything gets put in them. This is a plastic box, but it's a very heavy duty, well made plastic. One thing I noticed, it does have a gasket all the way around this lid, and that's going to help keep it sealed from dust, things like that. I don't know that it's waterproof, but it should be dust proof from what I can tell. And the orange color is next level. I really like that orange color a lot.
I like it a lot.
The only thing I don't care for is this bottom box, which is what this will be. The lid doesn't stay up. Does it? No. It's just one of those things. They did put a measuring scale up top if you want to use that for rough measurements. I'm not sure who would use that. I wouldn't, but you might. Installing these handles was super easy. It just slides right in, and then to extend it, you just push that button on the back and pull it straight up. Super easy. And I like the fact that this is aluminum tubing and not plastic. It's very well made. It's very heavy duty. Inside this box, you're getting a generous amount of storage, getting almost 20 inches across and approximately 14 inches deep, depending on where you measure from. It does have these big oversized wheels. These wheels are 10 inches wide. That's going to give you a lot more travel, or they advertise that as being able to go over steps and over rough terrain a lot better than some of the other competitors. But I do appreciate how well it rolls because it glides smooth as butter. Next up is this medium-sized box. It comes with its own carry handle, so if you need to detach it from this setup and then carry it with you on the job site, or around the shop or however you're using this, this is a good option too. And the way this works, it kind of has a slip joint on there, as you can see, where it slips in each side to make it a little more compact, locks it in, and then you can open and shut the door, and the handle kind of moves with that. Thought it was kind of interesting. This one also has a scale on top, and it still has those same heavy-duty latches. And you'll see on these boxes they built in pieces for their attachments, which I do like. Inside the medium box, you get a little carry tray that you can do with as you please, and then a good amount of storage inside this one as well. There's also a metal piece in here that I'm assuming you can mount things to. We'll figure it out. Lock these in place, super simple. First time I've ever done it, just set it in place, slide it back, and it locks into place. And now you've got two pieces as one unit that you can roll around. So far I like it. Too much. Next up is this top box. It does have the same heavy duty hinges, and the tag that comes on it also shows it's the top box. It does have an insert in there for small parts organization with removable dividers. This will fit on the either side, but not in the middle. Boo. Inside of the lid, the same structure, very well made. Gasket also, just an awesome, nice little box. And one of my favorite things in this whole box is this tool tote. This thing, it's a good size. Like, you see how big this thing is. Like, it's a good size. You're gonna be able to hold a bunch of tools in there. I like that they included this carry strap that's adjustable. This piece here is really well padded. So if you're carrying a lot of heavy stuff in there, that's gonna be a bonus. It locks into these D-rings on each end. It also has a tape measure clip. That's awesome. And then there is a zippered pouch here so you can keep loose things in there so you don't lose those. And then on each end there's a couple of extra pouches. And then inside it's a lot of different pouches for storage, organization of pliers, screwdrivers, squares, anything you may need in your job site. This is gonna have it on there. I really, really like this a lot. Oh man, come on. It locks onto the stack. This is an outfit for a job site or shop that will level up your storage. Like, I'm impressed. Again, I'm not keeping any of this stuff, but I do like it. I like it a lot. I may wind up buying some of it. Next up is the cooler. Now this is really nice, especially if you're on the job site, especially if you're working in hot environments. And what I'm thinking is this may be a place to, what do you put in there? Put your sandwich in there? What's going in there? I don't know, but it's cool. You keep that separated from everything else. I'm not sure what you'd put in there. I guess it may be in the instructions. Who knows? But it's a nice little cooler that is a single latch. Again, matches the latches on that. And it's just a good size. You'll be able to fit 6 packs of soda in there.
You can put 6 packs of soda in here?
Or anything else that you may want. This cooler also has an adjustable strap on it. So if you needed to take your drinks with you to the beach or to the game, the ball games for the kids, or even the job site, this is a handy little, and it's not gonna take up a bunch of space. So this is really, really cool. So if you, cooler, again. So this is a really nice add-on that you could use more than just in the shop or the work site. One thing I think Klein has done right straight out of the gate is the fact that they're offering their own OEM attachments. And that's where I think Milwaukee really fell short coming out of the gate with their pack out stuff. And they've had years to innovate on that and they still haven't done it. So these are some attachments you can get with this. This is a little small parts organizer with a rail. And this stuff goes on super simple. You don't have to have any extra tools or anything. It all clips on and it's really, really secure. Because of their rail system that they've got designed, it's literally just gonna hook in over that and then it snaps in place. I like this little magnet attachment that you have, or that's available. You'll be able to stick your screwdrivers or bits or anything else to that so that you don't lose them. Also a nice little covered small parts organizer, screws, bolts, things like that so they don't get lost. And especially when you mount it on that top rack, when you open the middle box, it's not gonna spill everywhere. So I like that they thought ahead on that. Now here's where I think Klein missed a little bit. You missed it just a little bit. These cord wraps or hooks, you could use them for a whole bunch of stuff, but these hooks, you should have been able to clip those on in the back, anywhere on this thing, especially down here where stuff doesn't move, because then I could be able to wrap my cords on the back of this and not have to worry about them being on the front or the sides. If I put them on the sides, wrap my cord around that, then I have basically tied these two together. You can't open them and you can't take them apart without moving your cord off there. So if you could have put those on the back, man, you missed the opportunity. You did. One thing you did think about was levels and things like that, especially this 2-foot level. Probably, yeah, definitely a 4-foot level would fit in there. It's a nice little rack for that. Good job on that one. One thing I think was very well thought out was the cup holder. As simple as it is, it's not gonna spill when you open up your box. This is full of water. Take that out. Uh-oh. Is it gonna spill? Nope. That's all right. One thing I like about these boxes is these attachments are easy on, easy off. Like I said, no tools. They simply just hook on the rail and snap in place, and they're very well made. These are all high quality things. You can tell that this is gonna last a long time. It's not cheaply made, it's not cheap plastic. You can literally throw this around and not really have to worry about it, although most people's probably not gonna throw their stuff around like that, unless of course you're on the job site and it's not your stuff, and some people don't treat your stuff very well if you've ever worked in construction. But if this is your own stuff, you're gonna treat it really good. Because I don't think you'll ever have to worry about it breaking or cracking or any of that stuff just from normal everyday use or just bumping into things, stuff like that. This big bottom box has plenty of room for bigger tools such as circular saws, bandsaws, and other heavy tools that you want to load on the bottom. The medium-sized box also has rooms to hold bandsaws, circular saws, so it's a good sized box too. So you have plenty of storage with this system, no doubt. I found out what that plate's for. You can mount a light there, a headlamp light mounts right there. So if you're working in the dark, that's going to give you some illumination inside that box or right here around your work area. It's a good amount of storage. It's not overly heavy, and this is all empty, of course. Of course, if this was full, I'd have a little more hard time getting that all up there. But as you can see, not overly heavy if it's empty. That's why they don't want you stepping on it. So I'm 205 pounds as long as I'm not eating cake. This holds me just fine. It says not to step on it only because it's tippy, but it'll hold the weight. All of these are made very similarly, so they're very strong. Just don't stand on them. They may tip on you. But you can sit on them if you need to take a break at the job site. A couple of things I kind of wish they would have fixed or changed. I wish I could put those hooks on the back here somewhere for cord storage. I think that would have made good sense. But those cords can be used for other things too, not just cords. You can hang various loopy things on there. Like if you have your tool belt, anything like that, you can loop it there. I do wish there was some type of brake on here so that it doesn't roll when I'm trying to take on boxes and off boxes. Those big wheels are really nice for going upstairs or crossing holes, things like that, but they also roll really easy. So that would be nice if there was some type of brake system on there. Also on the middle box, the way the handle kind of slides in and out, it's neat, but it also hangs up a little bit when you're trying to put it all back together. You just have to make sure it's back in its proper storage position before the lid will articulate correctly. Fully assembled on the floor, I'm 5'11". This comes up chest high, so you're getting a lot of storage right here in this setup. Overall, I think Klein has done a fantastic job in giving Milwaukee a huge run for their money, especially with all these added accessories that are from the factory, from the OEM manufacturer. I like the fact that they have thought ahead. Just all kinds of really cool accessories. I don't even have them all. There's several more that I don't have here. Just check out acmetools.com on their Klein tools, and you'll see all those accessories that you can add to your mod box for your shop or work site. I'd like to give a big Outlaw Effect thank you to Acme Tools for sending this over for me to check out. Please show them some love by visiting their website, link in the description below. Check out some of these awesome tools they have and much, much more. If you like this video, there's more like it right there. Click that box, go watch it. Thank you for being a part, that's terrible. Thank you for being a part of the Outlaw Effect community.